Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel, Sarian's Reveal. I'm Sarian and our country today is the US, our dreamland, and I am going to show you about the tradition and custom of the United States. So let's get started. Okay, so the American culture, we will learn about the traditions and custom of the United States. American culture encompasses the customs and traditions of the United States. Culture encompasses religions, food, what we wear, how we wear it, our language, marriage, music, what we believe if it's right or wrong, how we sit in the table, how we greet visitors, how we behave with loved ones, and a million other things, say Christina de Rossi. An anthropologist in Barnet and Southgate College in London, opposite Utah. The United States is the third largest country in the world, with a population of more than 332 million, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. A child is born every 9 seconds, and a person dies every 11 seconds. In addition to indigenous Americans who were already living on the continent, the populations of the United States were built on immigrations from other countries. New immigrants moved to the United States every 666 seconds, according to the Census Bureau. Because of this, the United States is one of the most culturally diverse countries in the world, according to the London School. Nearly every region of the world has influenced American culture, most notably the English who colonized the country beginning in the early 1600s. According to the Library of Congress, U.S. culture has also been shaped by cultures of indigenous Americans, Latins, Americans, Africans, and Asians. The United States is sometimes described as a melting pot. According to the Golden Bagans, USA, in which different cultures have contributed their own distinct flavors to American culture, just as cultures from around the world have influenced American culture. Today, American culture influences the world. The term Western culture often refers broadly to the cultures of the United States and Europe. According to Science Daily, the way people melt in the United States differs. Different groups of immigrants integrate in different ways. The Rosie Total Life Science, for example, in the United States, Catholic Spanish-speaking communities might keep their language and the other cultural family traditions, but are integrated in the urban communities and have embraced the American way of life in many other ways. The Northeast, South, Midwest, Southeast, and Western regions of the United States have all distinct traditions and customs. And here's the brief overview of the culture of the United States. First, language. There is no official language of the United States according to the U.S. government. While almost every language in the world is spoken in the United States, the most frequently spoken non-English languages are Spanish, Chinese, French, and German. 90% of the U.S. population speak and understand at least some English, and most official business is conducted in English. Some states have official or preferred languages. For example, English and Hawaiians are the Office of Census Bureau. The Census Bureau estimates that more than 350 languages are spoken in the United States. The Bureau divides the languages into 4 categories: Spanish, other Indo-European languages, which include German, Yiddish, Swedish, French, Italian, Russian, Polish, Hindi, Punjabi, Greek, and several others. Asian and Pacific Islands languages include Chinese, Korean, Japanese, Thai, Tamil, and more are also included. There is also a category of all other languages, which is 4 languages that didn't fit into the first 3 categories, such as Hungarians, Arabic, Hebrew, languages of African, and languages of native people of North, Central, and South America. Languages in Hawaiian, according to the Washington Post. 2. religions. Nearly every known religion is practiced in the United States, which were founded on the basis of religious freedom. About 70% of Americans identify themselves as Christians, according to the information gathered by the Pew Research Center, a nonpartisan research group in 2017. The research also found that about 23% had no religious affiliations, no religious affiliation at all, and around 6% of populations is made of non-Christian religions. The number of the people who identify with no religion seems to be decreasing. According to the Pew Research Center, this category is expected to drop 16% in 2015 to 13% in 2060. American clothing style vary by social status, religions, occupation, and climate. Jeans, sneaker, baseball cap, cowboy hats, and boots, and are some items that clothing are closely associated with Americans. Though there have been a variety of other styles throughout the decades. According to Interchange, Ralph Lauren's, Calvin Klein, Michael Kors, Victoria's Secret are some well-known American brands. American fashion is widely influenced by celebrities and the media. In 2019, U.S. clothing and accessory sales amounted to $24 billion. According to the Statista, more and more Americans are buying fashions, electronics, and more online. According to the Census Bureau, U.S. retail e-commerce sales for the third quarter of 2022 totaled the $214 billion. American cuisines were influenced by Europeans and Native Americans in its early history. Today, there is a number of foods that are commonly identified as American, such as hamburgers, hot dogs, potato chips, macaroni and cheese, and meatloaf. As American as apple pie, despite the dish's non-American origins, has come to mean something that is authentically American. According to Smithsonian, there is also styles of cooking and types of food that are specific to regions. Southern-style cooking is often called American comfort food and includes dishes such as fried chicken, collard green, black-eyed peas, and cornbread. According to Southern Living, Tex-Mex, popular in Texas and Southwest, is a blend of Spanish and Mexican cooking styles and includes items such as chili and burritos, and relies heavily on shredded cheese and beans. According to the culture chip, the arts, the American States is widely known around the world as the leader in mass media productions, including television and movies. According to the Select US, the United States comprises 1/3 of the worldwide media and entertainment industry and worth $717 billion. The television's broadcasting industry took hold in the United States in the early 1950s, and American television programs are now shown around the world. According to the PBS, the United States also has a vibrant movie industry. Centers in Hollywood, California, American movies are very popular worldwide. It's very worldwide. The U.S. film industry earns a record $100 billion in 2019, according to the Forbes, before dropping into 2020 due to the COVID pandemic. The United States art culture extends beyond movies and television shows, though New York is home of Broadway, and Americans have a rich theatrical history. According to Arcadian Publishing, American folk art is an artistic style and is identified with the quotes and other handcrafted items. According to the folk art